Okay, you guys. Hey, everybody. Cleaned up the Glamour Shop Queen here. And then we have Gina.
Gina Wood.
And
Sayla. Hey, everybody.
And we're here with What's in the Bag? And so tonight is our 90s night, you guys. So I want you to tell us who you are in the chat. If you're a consultant, if you are a guest, if 90s was your favorite decade so far. And as you can tell, it was not hard for me to dress because all this came out of my closet. And y'all remember these earrings where we used to just clip them on? The bigger the better, right? So, oh yeah, representing her birth year. I'm excited. And so in the 90s, I was in my 30s. And that was exciting. It's hard to believe that the 90s is 30 years ago, y'all, doesn't it? Yes. So we're excited to bring y'all a little show tonight. Some 90s looks and what was Mary Kay doing in the 90s and all that good stuff. So, Gina, I think we'll just kick it off with you. And let's just see, tell us a little bit about your look. Let's see if I can guess.
The shimmer eyes, guys, as you know, the quartz and the granite. I've got moonstone in there. I have blend was the key with that stuff, just trying to get as much shimmer as I could possibly get. I do have on berry liner with just the lip balm on top of it because it was popping my lips, and then like a neutral cheek. So tried as much as I could to get my eyes to pop.
They're very shimmery, very shimmery. Good job. Okay. And jean jackets were very in back then, as you know. Okay, Sayla.
Hey, everybody.
Say woohoo.
Woohoo. So I looked up to see what the trends were in the 90s. And so I have a hodgepodge of some of those trends. One of the things was that eyebrows were pencil thin. And you may not can see it, but it's just a little line. And honestly, I remember not long ago seeing a picture of myself like in a yearbook. And I'm like, what in the world was going on with my brows? They were so skinny back then. Like, oh, anyway, so that was one. The other thing was on the eyes, people wore a lot of black liner. And I have a little glitter. Glitter was popular on the eyes. And then brick red was really popular, but I could not find a brick red. The other fun popular lipstick was brown. A lot of people wore brown, so I have on downtown brown lipstick and just a light cheek color and a matte face, which I have on our matte foundation. And that's my look.
You look gorgeous. You look gorgeous. Okay, and so hang on. Okay, so I went for the full glamour shot look. And back in the 90s was all about the glamour shot. So you may remember this pose, or maybe this one, or this one, you know, or even this one, except I can't turn my head very well. And Gina and I talked about how they did clips in the back to make sure your hair was as big as possible. And of course, firm to the max. And so, yes, Mary Kay was my inspiration with her black, you know, fur coat and her big earrings. And so anyway, we're going to take you through some of the things for the 90s. Mine, I wore this Pure Merlot. This was out last fall, believe it or not. And this Berry Delight lip gloss. And some of the things that I was reading, if we're going to talk about, was that sometimes they didn't wear a lot of cheek color. And they loved the purple eyeshadow. And so this is some of our iris eyeshadow as well, and shimmery. Yes, the bigger the hair, the closer to Jesus. That's what her mama used to say. Aquanet, right? And yes, you match her eye. Melanie says she matches her eyeshadow to her shirt color every single day. That is the way it was done, right? That was the way it was done. So, in case you don't know why we're doing these crazy decades, there is a contest called Then, Now, and Always. And it's where you can do a real glamour look, but inspired by one of the decades, or even right now. And you can enter it in a contest under contest.marykay.com. And you can be in a contest for $1,500 cash and some free Mary Kay. And if you win, your consultant wins. So it'll be really good to enter the contest between now and May 12th. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go over just a few little fun facts about the 90s, you guys. Facts about the 90s. So this is our, Mary Kay through the decades, right? And so we're excited to show that to you tonight. And let me do this a little bit different. Let me get my girls up here with me. That's better. I'm not trying to hog the screen tonight. Okay, so of course we got Mary Kay Ash, and I wanted to just remind you about the contest. So it's our 60th year anniversary makeover contest for the ages, celebrate 60 years of beauty that empowers. Okay. And so they have a little then and now and always. And so it's a lot of fun. Get with your consultant and book that facial with them. So we've kind of gone through the 70s, which was a lot of fun. And then the week before last, we went to the 80s, and today it's back to the 90s. Okay. So if you can look at we got all kind of things on here, remind you of the 90s, some Rubik's Cubes and tape players, crazy colors. And so let's just go over a few things. And you could tell me in the chat, and Selah and Gina, you guys too, what you remember about. These are some of the 90s most popular TV programs. Okay. So first, what do we have up here? This is a test for Selah and Gina. The top one.
The Frasier.
Seinfeld, yes. Y'all know Seinfeld, right?
Yeah.
And we love Seinfeld. And then down here below, this is, can y'all see what that is?
Oh, Sex and the City.
Yes, Sex and the City. And then this also started in the 90s. And who is that? This cartoon.
Homer.
No, Homer. What was it?
The Simpsons.
Yes, The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Okay, and then everybody knows this one up here.
Friends. Yes.
Friends we love. And then if you were a little younger,
Is that 90210?
Yes, 90210. So those are some of the most, thank you for y'all answer on the chat. We would love that because we need some help over here.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the supermodels of the 90s, all right? And so it said, looking back over the 90s, it feels like a golden era. The Game Boy, the Spice Girls, the Parent Trap, the last cell phone-less generation. Can you believe it? Most of all, when it comes to the 90s fashion, scrunchies, acid wash jeans, tube tops, capri pants reigned among 90s style trends, along with crimped hair, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, and punk rock. And so here are a few of the supermodels from that day: Naomi Campbell, Jodie Foster. Of course, everybody remembers Pamela Anderson, right? Every high school boy's dream. And the beautiful Brooke Shields. She's in every era because she's gorgeous all through the years, right?
Yeah.
These are some of the makeup trends that I looked up. Just like what Selah and Gina were saying. First was sheer metallic lips. That was this one in the middle here, this one. And then vinyl lips, and then barely there blush. Okay. And then we have some other trends with the brick, like Selah was talking about, the brick lip. And so that was this one right here. That's why our downtown brown was so popular back then. And they brought it back out, right? The purple plum lip, which is what I'm trying to pull off tonight. And frosty blue eye color. The frostier, the better. Yeah. And then some more trends was all over shimmer. That's more like Gina really tonight. Matte skin, like Selah was talking about. And like Selah was talking about pencil thin brows. And just a few more with the red lips, Madonna. We've got purple eyeshadow. I was trying to pull that off today. Then the Barely There beauty with Jennifer Aniston, and then Gwyneth Paltrow with the black eyeliner. Gotta have some black eyeliner. And then of course our girl Maureen. This is some glamour shots for Cindy. She could not be on here tonight, but I know this is going into her group. So this is Maureen with her beautiful glamour shots. Is that not just gorgeous?
I love it.
Everyone. Yes, we had to have the gold lame, right? Okay, and then Gina and her glamour shots. Gina, when Gina used to have some hair,
When I had
long hair. Yeah, I love it, Gina. I love it. And then, of course, yours truly. And here's the reason I said, well, how many glamour shots did you do? Well, we didn't have glamour shots here in Valdosta, Georgia. It was only in Tallahassee, hour and a half away. So my friend Dylan Guthrie was a photographer. And so he and I coordinated together and we would do these massive Mary Kay glamour shots. They would come in, we'd give them a makeover. We hired hairdressers to fluff and puff to the biggest maximum hair available to man. And then we had, as you can see on the outfits, your gold lame, so feather boa, your fur coat. Believe it or not, y'all, this is the same fur coat. I know.
Is it?
It is. It's the same fur coat that we used. There's no telling how many people have had this fur coat on. And of course, we had, the wraps like the jean, or like the sequin, or like the different wraps.
The gold, yeah.
Yes, yeah. And of course the big earrings and all of that. This is my mother, and she, I was at her house tonight, and she goes, I got my glamour shot from the 90s, and so I went and got it. My mom's 85 now. I think she was about 60 a year. Isn't that awesome? Maybe even a little younger. Awesome. And so I've been to more people's house that in Valdosta that we did these, and what we did is we had a great deal, y'all. We'd have it if they signed up, then they got a free portfolio, and Dylan, the photographer, would give us that. And then, of course, not everybody signs, so some people just bought their thing. And so we had the best time with this, y'all. I mean, hundreds of people, 50 to 60. So one time I remember we had 70 people show up, 70 guests, you guys. And then they would come back to look at their pictures, and we do marketing. So they always show back up. Because they want to see their pictures. So it was the very next week. So we had a racket going. I'm not kidding you. We recruited a ton of people, and see Mama in that same, this is, same.
I love her earring. I love her in those big earrings.
Oh yes. We had the clip-on earrings, and so we put them for everything. Okay, this is my pink Cadillac in 1997. And it was long, and it was pink, and it was awesome, is all I can tell you. And so it just, people, I was young driving it. So someone said, that's kind of a grandma car. I'm like, not when it's pink and it's free. I don't feel like a grandma. And so anyway, it's pretty funny. So these are some of Mary Kay products in the 90s. We had a basic skincare set with a cleanser, a freshener, a moisturizer, and a foundation. We had some gold lipstick. This was from 1994, actually. This is from 1994 as well. You can kind of see some of the glamour that we had there, some of the lipsticks. Some of the things that you might not realize is we had nail care and hair care and sunscreen products, and, of course, body care in the Mary Kay men. The hair care, you guys, was fabulous. I used it, and I remember when they stopped making it, I'm like, what am I going to use now? Because they had mousse, shampoo, mousse, conditioner, and hairspray. And so fabulous. And some of those that know Mary Kay from way back, they had a product called Exquisite, and that was our body care line, which was really amazing. Here's another brochure. And last week we talked about purple, green, and blue mascara. Well, Mary Kay had it out in 1993. And this was one of the brochures from 1993 for the Christmas brochure, all about the shimmer. We also kicked off some vitamins in the 90s.
They were so good.
They were little packets. We sold Daily Benefits were the name of the vitamin. And we did that for a couple years, and little packets. And then, of course, this is the actual Mary Kay Beauty Consultant agreement for 1993, and the kit was $95. So it was very still much like the one in 1980. The pink part of the thing was a little bit different than the one I got, but very much like the one in 1985. And so there you go with that. Okay, so what was happening to Mary Kay in the 90s? Mobile phones, personal computers, and the birth of the World Wide Web defined this electronic decade as the Y2K countdown marked the end of an amazing century. 1991, it was $1 billion growth. In 1991, the wholesale, it says catapulted wholesale sales worldwide to $1 billion. The next year, wholesale reached $1 billion in the U.S. market alone. And then in 1993, it says I can do power. Kathy Halou, who Gina and I just saw last week, became the first independent sales director to achieve $2 million in estimated unit retail sales in 1993. She discovered Mary Kay products as a contestant on The Price is Right, the game show. Since she started her Mary Kay business in 1981, she has earned more than $6 million in commission and achieved independent senior national sales director status, which this is outdated because she was an elite national sales director, and she's an emeritus, and I'm sure that number has increased. Let's see, in 1993, which would have been the 30th year anniversary, it says the company's first business receipts to the latest sales director suits, the Mary Kay Museum opened in 1993 to give visitors the view of the extraordinary vision of Mary Kay Ash and the company she created. The museum now includes the Keepers of the Dream, the Independent National Sales Directors, the Hall of Fame, which opened in 2002. There, visitors can see the leaders who are passing on the legacy of Mary Kay Ash throughout the world. And so if you go to seminar in Dallas, you've got to take a visit and a tour of the headquarters because it's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. And then in 1994, Mary Kay was earned the Fortune magazine's honor as one of the most admired corporations in America. That was a big deal, you guys. In 1995, we moved to the brand new headquarters, this is where the museum is. It's the 13th-floor pink granite building, includes nearly 600 square feet, and is located in Addison, Texas, just north of Dallas. And they even named the road Mary Kay Way. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
And then in 1996, it says Mary Kay expanded her mission of enriching women's lives. She established the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation, which y'all know we all give to that, right? Every year. Matter of fact, right now there's a team up for women to give it. Supports cancer research related to women's health and helps in fight against domestic violence. To date, the foundation has awarded more than $28 million in grants to cancer researchers and in women's shelters in the United States. And then 1996, it says selling success. Great skincare products are going the extra mile for customers. They had national recognition. They were ranked in the sales and marketing management as one of the top 25 sales forces in the nation. And then the last one on here was, believe it or not, In Touch came about in 1999. Can y'all believe it? 1999, Mary Kay harnessed the power of the internet to give independent beauty consultants advanced tools for their online business. In 1999, the company launched Mary Kay In Touch, the online support. So here's the thing, you guys. For you beauty consultants, before In Touch, we mailed in our orders. Mm-hmm. We called in our orders, and like for directors, we would call an 800 number, and they would have all of our unit members, and they would go like D88540 $200.38, and we knew they would name all your unit consultants and your wholesale, and you called every day, and you had a pad, and you just wrote them down, and that's how we knew what our production was. And we would, like you'd call maybe on the 4th, and it would go, Unit A932 has 0 consultants ordering $0.00. And you would go, and then you go, come on, people. Anyway, so when they had In Touch, it was like a miracle. It was a miracle for all of us to start having In Touch. So isn't that something? How long? I mean, you feel like In Touch has been here forever, but really, that was 30 years we did not have it. And so something else. So I wanted to just show y'all for fun a couple of things that I found. Y'all know, since I was in the 90s, this was a brochure they had for African-American women, and it was called Shades of Perfection. It was in 1994. And it had all just gorgeous bronze skin tone models in the 90s. Isn't that neat? And just focused on, and I'll tell you why, because they wanted to make sure, y'all know Mary Kay's a white woman, right? They wanted to make sure that America and other countries knew that we have products for all skin colors. And we always have. We have some of our original nationals were African-American women, but they just really wanted to emphasize. And then they started making brochures that had both on the front, like Caucasian women, Black women, and usually some that look, like a blonde or brunette and a Black woman. Like they tried to do that every time. And so these were some of when our new foundations came out. And you can see all the different colors they have. I'm sure some of y'all remember Day Radiance. And we've always had Day Radiance in the cream, but then they came out with liquid, which was so exciting, right? Another thing is that we used to have is this. This is called Season's Best. And they used to do a little newsletter Mary Kay would do every month. This was every quarter. This was for the fall. And this talked about facts versus fiction on foundation, the skinny on fat, and like how to eat better. This wasn't all Mary, points of interest, had all kind of stuff. Why do I need face powder? Tackling the time crunch to have a better time schedule. And on the back, they always included one of Mary Kay's recipes. And this was Mexican chicken soup. Isn't that neat? And so this was the one on the daily benefits. We talked about the pills. And so this is what they look like. Let me show you. It was like a packet. Girl, we'd all be healthier if we still had packets. We went to town on these things. And so it was a little packet that we took. I don't even see, $29.50 for a carton of them, which was the 30-day supply. And so that was our vitamins. And then if you can remember some of our perfumes, Tamarisk, it's some of you guys that remember some of these. Tribune was one of them. Avnir. Let's see the other ones I was going to show you on here that some people might remember. These are some of our popular products back then. Anyway, just a lot of fun to go back. A whole brochure on the nail care system. So some of y'all that think you can't keep up with it, think if you was selling hair care, nail care, skin care, body care, men's care, vitamins. We were like a grocery store, But we had a whole brochure of how to do your nails and a whole kit that you could purchase right down here. And we would do nail care parties. So like if people didn't want to do skincare, we set them around and we did their nails. So crazy. Instead of the look books, this is what we had is the beauty books. And so the beauty books would contain, this is what would come out every quarter. And so, now that big old book, but this would tell the order of how to use the skincare. So we use this at the parties too. And it would have a couple of pictures of what we sold. And then in the back, these were all the colors, and that's the complete order form there. So just to let you know, in 1994, the cleanser was $9 and the foundation was $10. Let's see what else. The nail care was $42.50. The most expensive thing on here could be that nail care. Let's see. There's that's the most expensive thing on here was the nail care set. That's why we like to sell it. But like an eyeshadow was $4, just to give you an idea. And then these are our Paul's magazines that came out. This was May of 1994. And we had this big thing called Face-to-Face Model Makeover Contest. Much like we're doing right now. But they gave us these sheets. I know you're like, how does she have all the stuff that's 30 years ago? I don't know. These are the sheets that they gave us these in. And so we would push their face and they would put all their stuff. I have notebooks of before and after people with this. Because that's how we got all our bookings. Anyway, so lots of goodies from the 90s. I was going to show you this. This is the Star Consultant brochure that, for stars. We could pick what we wanted in the Star Consultant brochure. So I was looking here. I thought, what did I win that time? Because I never not was a star. And honestly, I don't know what. I'm like looking at all this stuff and thinking, what did I pick? And like, I'm thinking, is this the one time you didn't make star? Because like none of this stuff looks like something I got. Anyway, pretty good prizes in here. No, but see, I know because I won this necklace. I still have it, this necklace. It was the Mary Kay's birthday celebration. But anyway, all these star brochures were really cool. You would get them out and make your poster of what you're going to win. I know I did win this right here. I had this telephone. Now I know how old it is. Actually, that's probably why I kept this, right? It was a pink Cadillac telephone. Anyway, so there you go. Our 30-year anniversary. And so we only got 3 more decades to go. So you guys, here's the thing. Mary Kay has stood the test of time. And all these looks, this is what I found out about the 90s. everything that they did, some people still do today. Like all the 90s looks, people wear dark lipstick, people wear big eyeliner. They do more. They do more. See, maybe I can get up here. Y'all can see my eyeshadow a little bit better. They do more brows, obviously, than a thin pencil, like I did. And this black is not that attractive. But I was trying to keep with the trend. But you can do whatever you want this day and age, and it's gonna be fine, right? So we just wanted to encourage you to get your party booked, and we will give you 10% off tonight of anything that you would like to purchase from your Mary Kay girl. Okay, so try that. Try you some new lipsticks, some new shimmer eyeshadow, and get you a rabbit coat and some big earrings, a jean jacket, and you'll be ready to go. Does anybody have any questions? And thank y'all for watching tonight. Thank you for all the comments over here too. Mm-hmm. There's some other people that remember the nail care. I still had the container for the remover. That was a good container because you just would mash it down with that cotton ball. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that?
I do.
Sayla, what year did you join Mary Kay?
95.
95. So do you remember what was a hot seller when you joined?
I don't. Well, I know that what I loved were the vitamins and the nail care. Those were big, very, very popular. And really, when I came in, they did have the hair care. So I didn't know Mary Kay without the hair care before. Right. So it was, all of that was very, very popular. People bought it, and especially those vitamins and that those nail care kits. That was, we would do full nail care parties. So
it was awesome. And then what happened is people started getting their nails done professionally, and stopped doing them at home themselves. And I remember, it's the truth, because I had not ever had, look at this white face. Oh, look, that's all I have to do. I'm gonna keep my hand up. See, I don't know what's going on with my thing today, but what was I going to say?
The nails.
In the 90s. I remember, okay, my very first pink Cadillac was 1993. Okay, 1992, 93. And that is when my friend Deborah Bishop and I, we both done it together. We went and got our nails done. We had not, and since that day, I've had acrylic nails, and that's 30 years ago. And so when we first got them, this is a funny story. We wore pantyhose in Mary Kay, right? And so like you scratch your leg or something, and we didn't realize we had the biggest bruises on our legs from scratching our legs with our acrylic nails that we weren't used to. Yeah. So anyway, too fun. Gina, what do you remember about the 90s?
I actually came in the first time in November of 96, and I too had the nail kit and the vitamins and the hair care. So I did all that when I came in. Okay. And yes, they were huge sellers. I sold as much hair care and vitamins as I did that basic skincare that we didn't bust up.
Yeah, we did. And I remember if you're a guest, you may go, why'd they stop doing that? And the reason they did is because they wanted to focus for the consultant to pick a line that they could focus on. And I think they make the right decision, because think about how many hair products are out there today. Like a jillion. It would be hard. They said they wanted to compete in something that they could be number one and like be the best. And when you have too many things you're working on, like all these nail care, all these different things, then it's like you can't be exceptional in any of them, right? So it's like focus on one thing till successful. So they decided to go skincare, color, and then some side like body and fragrances, and then just keep it to that. So that's what they did, and I think it served them well, don't y'all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though we had to buy other things. So anyway, all right, ladies, thank you so much, and thank y'all for watching tonight. Next week we will do the Y2K, the year of the 2000. I guess what you would say. We don't even say that, do we? The 10s, the 20s. So it's the 2000 is what we're going to say. And anyway, so thank you, Gina. Thank you, Sayla. And we'll see y'all next week with
What's in the
bag?
All right. Sayla, you and Gina hang for just a second and we'll get us.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.